It's all in the food you eat. Every morsel you put in your mouth, just be conscious of what you're eating. Pre-COVID, everybody was worried about losing inches, losing fat. Post-COVID, no one spoke about losing inches of fat. Main concern was lifespan. How do we increase our lifespan? We want to live long. We want to live healthy. We give personalized nutrition solutions, corporate catering from there, community-based wellness initiatives. We also do packaged clean label products. If you're looking for a red velvet cake, we are not the place.
I know.
We do the skilling, staffing, supply chain establishments, systems. It's all taken care of us by us. So we created this template. It's working. We are ready to replicate anywhere. The reason we are so flexible about this franchising models is to create maximum impact and inclusion. That's the idea, to reach out to as many people as possible.
Welcome all to another episode of franchising. Our talk show is called Jumpy Talks 360-degree franchising. Krishna Jampala is my name. Friends call me Jumpy. That's why the Jumpy is there. Talks is all about what we are going to talk. 360-degree, we say we are a platform wherein we are giving a complete solution for a franchise, either a franchisee or a franchisor. If you are a franchisor who's looking at franchisee, we could get you a prospective franchisee in those cities where you're looking for, and we will get you, you want interiors to be done, we can get interiors done through some qualified interior decorators. You want properties, that's another area of our expertise. Say tomorrow you say in Shimla, I want a property through our associates. We can get a property for your particular brand. Also equity, you're looking at equity, we can get equity for, we can try to get equity for your particular brand. Your franchisee is looking for debt, we could try to get debt for a brand. So we are a platform wherein the franchisee comes, the franchisor comes, and there'll be a lot of, I would say, sessions where people from the industry, they may not be franchising, but they are passionate about retail, they are passionate about food, and they're not trying to sell anything. They just want to give you an information based on which you could take your decision to grow your business probably as a franchisor or select the right brand as a franchisee. And I have now the pleasure of introducing you particularly to a very nice lady I know since the past 4 to 5 years. I mean, she will talk about it, but some of the things which she has done has been, I would say, I would probably be proud to say path-breaking, and she is passionate about nutrition. She is a certified nutritionist. If I'm not wrong, she is into child psychology, and she has done a PhD, if I'm not wrong, in child psychology. Masters in child psychology. I stay close to where her store is or her restaurant called, and this from her this is the first time I heard a word called clean label. She'll tell better than me about this thing. Every place you connect with some memories. So a couple of quick memories which I wanted to talk, which probably I never said, ma'am also, is one day I went to the store. By the way, her name is Mrs. Madhavi Chalasani and Mr. Bhaskar Chalasani. When they started this place, the name of the brand is Yello Life. They are into, I would say, one of the cleanest foods I have eaten in my life till now. So one day I went to the store and I ordered something. I was eating, and suddenly I noticed that there were 2 plastic bottles which were out of place in that particular store. I said, the store is so beautiful, the food is so beautiful, why are these 2 plastic bottles lying here? So Mr. Bhaskar said, we put that bottle there to explain people what exactly they should not eat. You must have gone to a lot of bakeries. You'll see fancy cakes in different colors, yellow color, pink color, very attractive looking cakes and all. He says this is what they put there for that color. It's nothing but poison. In a way, it's poison. It's, I think, some chemicals. I think ma'am will explain better. This is what we say should not be there in food. None of our foods have this thing. That's one memory I have. I walked to the first floor a huge place which is called as a kombucha lab. It was something like my physics lab in my school. They had a huge place where they were making kombucha. And the product was the best. And next, her furniture. In fact, I liked the furniture so much that I bought one of them to home. The furniture is from reclaimed wood, and the polishing was done, no chemicals or anything was used on the polishing. So I'm just telling you all these things for you to understand how passionate she is about what she is doing. The who's who of Hyderabad goes there. They are not disturbed. No one comes to them for autographs. No one comes to them to take photographs with them. Their staff is so well trained, and most of the staff, I think, are from some of them at least are from weaker sections where she is helping a lot of women to grow and groom them and skill them to do what they are doing over there. She has a beautiful farm on the outskirts of Hyderabad where in between she was growing greens, and I took those a lot of times from there, and that's one memory. And she was trying to create an entire commune for people who want to live healthier. Today, especially after Brian Johnson and after in the past few weeks, we have been hearing a lot of thing about gut health, the gut and brain connections and all these things. These are some things which I think pioneers like her have been doing it since umpteen years, and in a way she has mastered what she is doing. That's about, if you have to have a single statement, I think that's what I wanted to talk about the brand and Mrs. Madhavi especially. And to sum up the whole thing, I would like to now pass the baton to her and ask a couple of queries, ma'am. Firstly, appreciate and congratulate you on what you're doing. I think everyone who's seeing this show should come and experience your product once.
Thank you.
They're coming and seeing what a wonderful place you have done. So, thank you very much for coming here and showcasing your opportunity to
Thank you for having me here.
prospective people. So if you can just run through firstly to the audience about your profile, what all you have done, your qualifications and the amazing you have done, the whole process of creating Yello Life, the name Yellow itself, though I know it, it's better you say why Yellow. And then by the way, that yellow has nothing to do with any political party or anything. Just as a disclaimer, she's done it for a different reason. She'll tell you about it. And then also, what are you looking at in an ideal franchisee? Which city, which store size, what investments, or what different models? And please run through your journey.
Sure, Andy. So basically, I'm Madhavi, went into Madhavi Chalasani. I have my master's. I studied nutrition, dietetics, and child psychology. So I've always been passionate about what I studied. So very few people are, study what they're passionate about. So my father wanted me to be a doctor. For some reason, I ended up as nutritionist, studying the next best thing in Chennai. So basically, I was not allowed to sit for the medical entrance because I was underage.
Oh.
So then by next year, then in the meantime, my father's like, you're not going to sit idle, you join. So I chose nutrition, which is like next best, like a course available in Chennai in those days, nutrition, dietetics and child psychology.
Which year, if I may ask?
Should I go on record with yours?
That's okay.
Long way, Andy. Long way.
Nice.
So that was the initial stages, and then I became so deeply interested in what I was studying. Next year, when I was asked to take the medical entrance, I refused to take. I was like, somewhere I felt like, there are too many doctors. At that point of time, nutrition is more important than being a medical doctor. So I continued. My father was very disappointed, but it's okay. I continued. I did my master's in nutrition, dietetics, and child psychology. So after that, we lived in US for a while. So basically, I went into a different field altogether. Like, I worked for a tech company just for the heck of it. And then I also was associated with Montessori schools there. As a special educator, I was also trained as a special educator, working with specially abled children. And after that, we moved back to India to join the family business, and then so that is when. So after that, my journey continued with my two boys. I'm a mother of two kids, and then always continuing to do pro bono nutrition counseling. Whoever was interested, and everybody would come back and say, "Oh, we pay these huge amounts to all these nutritionists, and the diets never worked. The simple tips what you gave made a huge difference." And I was always very passionate. Every time I shopped for my home kitchen, I read the label from top to bottom, and I always wanted to read the label. And what used to frustrate me the most is the hidden ingredients in every every bottle or everything that I pick from. And those are not many people are aware of it. They only see the top part of, okay, it's organic, is this, is that. Such an abusive word that organic has become these days. So anyway, that's how the journey started. Then I started. I ventured into Yello Life very late in my life, honestly speaking. But after I sent off my children to college, I was like, okay, what am I going to do with my time, with my free time? So that is when the COVID was, rampant, and people were seeing that how every body is reacting differently to one infection. Pre-COVID, everybody was worried about losing inches, losing fat. Post-COVID, no one spoke about losing inches of fat. Main concern was lifespan. How do we increase our lifespan? We want to live long. We want to live healthy. That is where, that got me thinking, wondering, what is going on? There's no dearth for organic, so-called organic products, and this, and all over Instagram, you open the page, it's all over the place. But still, everybody reacting differently to one particular infection. So that is how the journey started, thinking into, Yello Life is 3 years old now, but the first 2 years went into complete R&D, where I would call this a teamwork. I had a vision, I have a passion, but people, the like-minded people and very highly qualified people fell into place, luckily. It's just, we formed an excellent team of culinary experts and PhD nutritionists, food technologists. It's simply to get to that point of proven clean label products. That was the idea, where there is no hidden agenda, hidden ingredients. What you see is what you get, that kind of foods, which are not only healthy, which are also delicious. See, I myself cannot eat food which may be, however healthy it is, for more than 2 days if it's not delicious. And by end of the day, we all want tasty food.
True.
So the whole idea is to prove that Yello Life is nothing but we are a proven clean label, and we are functional foods where we retain as much nourishment as possible in our food and make it delicious.
What do you mean by clean label? Is there a certification, or generally for?
When we say proven clean label, we very carefully curate our ingredients, Andy. All our ingredients are source verified. We curate our ingredients very carefully. We don't use, there are certain things which are complete no in our ingredients, like seed oils. We don't use seed oils. We don't use hydrogenated fats. We don't use additives. We don't use preservatives. No colors. We don't use no industrial shortcuts. Basically, we don't do anything to increase the shelf life or alter. We make it in small batches. You talk about our creamy guacamole, or even our slow raised meats, even our herb raised meats, and even our handcrafted artisanal sausages, what we make in house. So today we make everything in house, including our pastas, because we want to have control over our own ingredients. So that is where the clean label is coming from, where none of the hidden ingredients are there in that.
Very nice. And I remember last time I was there with an ex-member of parliament who was my friend's son-in-law. I think I met you that time, and Mr. Bhaskar and all. One thing I noticed when I was there was your products are not expensive. Generally, organic or this is perceived as expensive. But surprisingly, I found your prices to be equal or almost the same as what a regular restaurant with all these preservatives. And how could you click that price point, which is so today I presume even with this price point you could go to a tier 2 or a tier 3 and sell and make money over there as a franchisee. Am I right, or anything? How could you crack that price?
The price point was very consciously, it's a very conscious call that we've taken. I'm personally felt health is not only for privileged. Everybody should be able to, it should be affordable to many people. So we went directly to the farmers to source our products, and also keeping our margins low. We just wanted to make sure it's easily available even to many class economic backgrounds. It shouldn't be only for upper economic strata. It has to, everybody should be able to afford our products and eat healthy and stay healthy. Nowadays, people are so aware at all levels of all economic stratas, throughout all economic stratas. People are very aware of eating healthy. So that's the reason we very consciously kept it very affordable, basically.
Also, I would like you to throw light upon, we were discussing about this, and I know a senior from my school, he had a big, I would say a gated community where you try to do something earlier. If, let's assume I'm a real estate guy, I'm doing like a villas, I'm doing a apartment block of around 100, 200 or 500 apartments. You have a model where you go into these communities and build a store there. Also, you go into IT buildings, some IT companies, and a pop-up store, I don't know what you call it, you do it there. Can you give those examples and say how it works?
Sure. So we have various models basically for expansion, just to have maximum impact and inclusion. So the first model you spoke about is our wellness hubs, basically taking over your clubhouse, whatever you're building. Every community these days has massive clubhouses.
True that.
So we basically take over your clubhouse. We will run it for you, supplying. We will run it for you with providing functional, clean food to all the residents of that neighborhood. So that is one model. And also this would be like a complete wellness hub. Our flagship store, what you've seen, what we have in Jubilee Hills, is a combination of microbakery and cafe. It's a microbakery and functional. I would call that a functional kitchen. So where the reason I set up a microbakery there, because 60% of our diet is macronutrients, your breads and your rotis and whatever we eat is so there also I just didn't want to buy anything from outside. I wanted to have control over the products. So we bake very high quality, naturally fermented, fiber rich foods from our bakery. Anti-inflammatory foods, anti-inflammatory bakery products that we bake there, and a functional kitchen what we have. From this from this area, we also do personalized nutrition. We give personalized nutrition solutions. We also do community-based wellness initiatives, like we bring in like yoga classes and things like that, and talks, and invite experts to do all these talks. And we do corporate catering from there. These are all the things. Like we also do packaged clean label products from this particular hub. So that when we take this to neighborhoods, like this large communities, when we take over your clubhouse, we are providing all these services to all the people living in, all the residents living there. So that How many of them have time to sit and plan and have a healthy plan your meals? Most of them are working these days. So we make it easy for you. We serve healthy, clean, functional foods which are tasty too, which are delicious. So that is the model.
More towards my Indian Pele or South Indian Pele.
Of
you
course,
do
of
those.
course, yeah, of course. We curated 500 varieties of food on our menu. It's not like today I feel like South Indian, tomorrow I feel like a pizza, day after tomorrow I'm in for a sandwich. See, it should not be limited, and the food should not be limited. The same ingredients can go in different ways. We have our pizza base is fermented, our breads are fermented. We serve black rice, brown rice. A lot of people came and asked me, "Oh, we never knew black rice can taste this good." We don't serve white rice in our cafe. We don't. If you're looking for a red velvet cake, we are not the place.
I know.
But
our favorite chicken biryani
No,
with a
no.
lot of masalas and all. You're not the place to go to.
No, we do bandi fried rice also, but with very healthy ingredients. Basically, we don't restrict any diets. We cater to all the things. But your food is as good as your ingredients. That is what we believe in. So you can combine it, toss it, however you make it. It has to be. It's how you're cooking. Your cooking methods. We follow very natural. Fermented methods, slow raised meats, artisanally crafted sausage. We make sausages. We make our own sausages. We make our own mustards, chili sauces. We make our own pastas. That machine that I've imported from Italy. Our chef makes pasta fresh every day. We don't just buy pasta wholesale, toss it and serve it to you. So that's not how it is. So the best compliment Yello Life received was when people said, "Oh, we feel good not only after eating." That means you have the satiation, that feeling of having a nice meal. We feel good the next day too. That's how a person should feel when you eat outside, basically.
Absolutely. So you had mentioned about gated communities going in there. I presume I know that you also have a cloud kitchen model. You also go to a lot of these Fortune 500 IT companies, and you have a kind of a yearly or a monthly contract where you're doing it for them. So let's assume there's a Fortune 500 company in Hyderabad with 1,000 employees. They have probably another 5,000 employees just in Gurgaon or a Mumbai or a Bangalore. So tomorrow, if I'm your franchisee in Bangalore and this Fortune company, for our 500 company is there are chances of me doing the same for them over there, right? Would that happen? Would you help them? Would you help your franchisee try to get that contract there also?
Yeah, we can definitely. The people who have experienced Yello Life would want to have Yello Life even there if they know that they have the access or proximity to Yello Life there for sure, and that is not an issue at all. So actually, I think Yello Life is the first in India. I can very proudly say we are the first in India, which is well-being aligned F&B partner to corporates. And we are serving very, very progressive workplaces like Accenture, Sonafi, ServiceNow, and it's a huge list. Touchwood, it's growing, and people are realizing the value of eating healthy, eating clean food, functional food. So we also have this model. This is my favorite model, actually, honestly speaking. In-office setup, basically in-office like a counter where we can set up. It's a combination, it's a hybrid model of cafe and our pre-packaged foods where we can, that would be very convenient to set up in any multinationals basically. And so we also have just cloud kitchens depending on the area, the locality, if it's urban, suburban, or even wellness hubs like this. What you mentioned, clubhouses would be a wellness hub, a proper wellness hub. So what if it is an urban model, we will have just we can just have a cloud kitchen. That model also is available. And we also do FOCO model, for example, like you invest and we run it for you. So that way we are assured of brand integrity and quality control, where we do the skilling, staffing, supply chain establishments, systems. It's all taken care of us by us. So we created this template. It's working. We are ready to replicate anywhere. The reason we are so flexible about this franchising models is to create maximum impact and inclusion. That's the idea, to reach out to as many people as possible. It should not be restricted to this. I need this much size to set up Yello Life, or that much. We are not picky about that. We are so flexible with our models so that it can go into any neighborhood, any place, any workplace, and still have that impact and include as many people as possible.
You forgot mentioning your non-political reason behind Yello. Why Yello?
Yellow, okay. So when I had this thought in mind, first I'm looking for a name. So it actually started off with me. There is this morning drink that I've been drinking for the last almost 15-20 years. It's a very simple concoction that I made in my own kitchen with turmeric and some ingredients from the kitchen itself that go into it. Like, it started off with, like, it's very detoxing, anti-inflammatory, and it's like cleanses your gut, gut friendly. That's my morning first. I call that my yellow tea every morning. So then my search started, like, during COVID time. There's so much talk about turmeric all over the world. Turmeric. Yeah, turmeric has become one big, most popular ingredient all over. So then there is this tribe in Srikakulam area where they make very pristine turmeric, fantastic turmeric. We happened to visit, and then the smell, even if you pass by the fields, the smell of turmeric is like all over. Wow. Then when we asked, do you spray anything on this? They said, we don't have food to eat. We don't have money to buy chemicals and spray on it. Whatever grows, it grows. So I got that product, and that's the first product I tested in the lab. I went to a lab and I tested to see for metal, any kind of microbial or metal content in it, and is it actually, what would be the nutritional value of the turmeric and everything. So that was the first product that I onboarded, where the color of, then when I was looking for a name, I thought, why not yellow, the color of turmeric? It's vibrant, it represents health, it's sunshine. I personally love that color, yellow. Then when we looked up, it's already taken by some telephone company, or I don't know what. So we knocked off W and I made it YELLO.
Double LO.
Yeah. So and then I just launched a few products. At that time, even my family was not aware what I'm doing. So they thought, okay, she's following her passion, let her do what she wants to do. So then by the time I could realize, I onboarded almost 60 to 70 ingredients. And then the next step is that then yellow became yellow, morphed into Yello Life. Right. So basically that is like, it's like covering the entire well-being of a human being, including your emotional health, your gut health. Then we started setting up the kombucha lab. We started doing our own kombuchas, experimenting with our going and testing. So the kombucha also is effective only at a certain point. Beyond a point, if it's like more fermented, less fermented, it's not going to. Everything is naturally fermented. I spent tons of money just testing each and everything. Then that's how the kombucha lab came into place. Then the microbakery. First I launched the cloud kitchen from my own cellar, honestly. Then we launched, we were on Swiggy. 6 months, the feedback, Swiggy has excellent algorithms. So they basically, the feedback was, I think we are the #1 brand in that area, which had more than 90% repeated customers. Wow. So that was like a major compliment and a boost of confidence. So then things fell into place. Wanted to start an experience center. That's how the bakery and the kitchen, the functional kitchen started. Then the model worked. It really, so the next step is, how can we take this into neighborhoods? How can we make more impact, reach out to more number of people? So that's why we are very flexible with the models we are doing and reaching out to many people, as many people as possible.
Perfect. In fact, I also remember you sourcing your honey from somewhere in
Why we
Northeast.
still do Western Ghats. Yeah, we still have the same
Amazing. And I
sources.
have so many friends who buy chili powder from you. People living in US, whenever they come here, they buy it
Yeah.
from you. You know, some of them. And since you are mentioning repeat customers, I have a classmate. We call him Foxy. So this bugger is so very finicky guy, you know. So he goes to some place. He says, "Oh wow, there's no better place than this in the world." After a month, I ask him. He says, "No, that place it's not good." So he's that kind of a guy. He is one place which I have seen him consistently ordering. In fact, he has a meal plan. You didn't mention about that. So he took monthly meal plans from you,
We do that,
and
yeah.
that's so. Once he started going regularly, I thought there's something about this place for sure. So on a lighter note, but yep, I think overall your model could be as small as a cloud. I wouldn't say a small ops as a cloud kitchen to an IT building to as big as a gated communities come in, you can take it over. And in these gated communities, yeah, as you said, you advise on nutrition, you advise on health and all these.
We do everything that we're doing right now in our flagship store. Basically, whatever we're doing in a flagship store, we will replicate, because this is a centralized processing unit. If it's in Hyderabad, everything, it's even easier. Like, you know, it will be a centralized procurement. We send all our, we can send our breads and sauces and everything from here, and just, but we can do personalized nutrition meals there, nutrition solutions there. We can do this wellness initiatives there. We can also do the catering part of it to all the residents. So all these are covered in that wellness hub, basically. Like, you know, so we do, and they can also buy prepackaged foods. The retail also is available there. So these kind of things.
And also, I've been hearing a lot about this thing called reverse aging nowadays. Can you throw some light about it? What's it all about?
It's all in the food you eat. Every morsel you put in your mouth, just be conscious of what you're eating. There's nothing more, you know, and flush out the toxins in your body. It's basically, it's all about you are what you eat and what you do. So I think that, and also it's not enough like, okay, I'm eating healthy, I'm just, make sure your food is well nourishing, getting the maximum nutrition out of your food. You are eating healthy food, you're drinking turmeric every morning, that could be just yellow powder what you're drinking, because it's like most of it is industrially processed, where all the goodness of turmeric is taken out, and you're just you know, buying yellow powder out there. So it basically, just be conscious of what you put in your mouth. That is all about reverse aging, basically. I strongly believe in that. See, there are, nowadays you see youngsters suffering from lifestyle diseases, which is very sad. Some are genetic, which we cannot avoid, I mean, but we can still delay. And most of the diseases we're seeing in society these days are lifestyle based. Lifestyle, like whether you're diabetic or you're this, or like anything, any kind of diseases are mostly lifestyle based. So it's a simple thing about changing your lifestyle makes a huge impact and huge difference. So that is what we believe in at Yello Life. And you don't have to go into a wellness center somewhere tucked away for 10 days in a year and come back to your normal diets. But we also do, by the way, Yello Life also, we don't tell them come and eat in Yello Life every day. We also have the services of training your chef.
Okay.
We do that. A lot of people say we have 4 chefs. Can someone come and train? We did that to many celebrities, in fact. So we train the chefs. We don't. I understand that not everybody has the time and patience to come somewhere and eat. We do meal planning for people who do not have all these things at their fingertips. But we also train your chef. We also, you know, whatever services you're looking for, we are willing to do that.
Very nice. Coming to your buyers, which you said earlier in our earlier conversation, you were saying if it's a woman, I would give her 50% franchise discount. So why so?
So I believe basically if you, I believe in empowering women. So that is how it started. Most of the employees you see in Yellow Life are women. These
True
are
that.
all people who came and joined from where as for housekeeping basically. Today we skill them, we train them. We interviewed each and every girl who joined us, asking what are you interested in, what do you want to work. I mean, you don't want to remain you're clean the rest of your life, right? You want to do something. What are you passionate about? The one girl said, I want to be a chef. One girl said, I want to be a barista. One girl said, I would like baking. So we skill them, we train them, so that tomorrow there's a tomorrow I'm starting Yellow Life somewhere else. She can go lead the barista there. So that's how we empower women. And I also today, if a woman is coming forward to take up the franchise, I decided to do 50% off on the franchise fee for
That's
sure.
true. So probably if I do it, I should take it out my kid's name and say she's the franchise. You're rated 4.3 plus on Google, it's very good. And also, why India? Why not beyond India?
We're, who said only India? And
I
my
thought
passion is about someone. There was an inquiry from Princeton.
Oh, nice.
So we are ready to do anywhere in the world. In fact, our kind of food goes very well anywhere in the world,
Absolutely.
honestly speaking. So we are ready to do that also. We are open, but one step at a time.
Got it. And coming to the commercial part of it, what could be the, I wouldn't ask for the investments because it will vary from concept to concept, but on an average, how much time would it take for me to get back my investments on this? According to you, you need not quantify it or guarantee it, but no franchise owner can. But generally, I know today everyone is talking about health. Everyone wants to be more healthy. Post-COVID, things you have seen a huge change in the way people eat, drink, sleep, whatever. So you are in a segment which only can have growth and beyond. And so do you think if I invest, generally payback period for any kind of a franchise business ranges anywhere between 3 to 5 years. Do you think you're in the same lines, or it would be fast? It could vary from place to place, but if you average it out, do you think 2 to 3 years is a good time to make back your investment?
Sure, definitely. How it all depends on how committed and how passionate you are about what you're doing. This F&B industry requires like a lot of passion and a lot of see, to sum it up, there are a lot of places available. You want to take up a franchise, so you might wonder why Yellow Life. Basically, why should I take up Yellow Life franchise? So whatever, first thing you need to have that passion in you for to do something different like this, and also see. Probably we are the only proven clean label gut health brand in the rising market. And we are low waste and low inventory. We are supported by science. Every dish that is on our menu is supported by science. It just didn't happen like that. Everything we made sure it's like bioavailable, biodigestible, and still tasty too, retaining all the nutrition. So it's like, and it's well liked by consumer. So that is the brand Yellow. When I have to describe Yellow Life, that is what it is. And if you carry the same passion, then you are the right person, and you can easily recover your investment in 3 to 5 years.
One more thing very interesting, which is similar to what we do. We are trying to be, as I said earlier, we call ourselves a 360-degree franchising solution, where we are a complete solution. In terms of nutrition and health, I think you're trying to do that for a customer ultimately who comes to your franchise store or your own store. I have seen consul generals coming to this place. I have seen big celebrities coming to the place. And as I said earlier, the who's who of Hyderabad, if you want to see them, that's the place to go. And though I don't know whether she would like me talking about it or not, there is a consulate in Hyderabad where there are talks on for her to set up a coffee shop over there. Or I think it's a coffee shop which you were talking about earlier. So, I mean, seeing is believing. So, come down, see the place, and evaluate yourself. If you are serious about health, if you're serious about doing a clean, ethical, neat business where tomorrow the EOD, the customer who comes eats, is happy about what he has eaten and feels happy tomorrow also, as she said, I think this is a very good opportunity for all of you to explore. And closing remarks, I would like to just add 2-3 things would be this particular store, whichever city it goes, as Madhavi Garu was saying, you go to a Princeton, you go to a Mumbai, tomorrow you go to a Nagpur or a Vijayawada also. There is a potential for opening this, because future is, I see bigger shelves in supermarket for health. Anything called health is having more acceptance nowadays. As you said, one of the most abused words, anything called organic has a lot of acceptance nowadays. So she knows what she is talking about with her experience, and she also has the kind of passion she has is the reason why what Yello Life is Yello Life today. So any of you interested, please call us, please share your details. We keep traveling all over the country, so you could meet us over there. Come down here, experience the product, and if you'd like to go ahead, please have a Yello Life in the future. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Andy.
Hope to see
Thanks
you
for
soon
having
with a
me.
lot of
Yeah.
franchises.
Thank you so much.